I am engaged. I'm the same person who made several videos saying that I never had any plans to get married.
Never wanted to be anybody's girlfriend, and now you're somebody's wife.
I don't like being in relationships. Why would I want to get married? Marriage is work. Having children is work. Divorce is work. And it's not what I want with my life. It's a choice you choose, then it's a great choice for you. I don't want it though. Just respect the fact that I don't personally want that. Samantha Jones until I die, bitch. I am not Miranda. Okay? I feel like you shouldn't get married. I really wish women would stop getting married. Marriage is an antiquated idea that I believe oppresses women. Unrefutably has a history and an origination in the oppression of women. I wrote off getting married since I was a little girl. I put together the pieces of what marriage was and I was like, oh yeah, no.
Welcome on another episode, family. I am so glad to have you guys here. Thank you so much for tuning in. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about the plot twist that I think the internet reacts in a way like they do not like it. But deep down, I feel like this is the type of plot twist that the internet likes. That video that you guys just watched, that is a video of a very popular content creator on TikTok. She makes content about how she doesn't have with anything that has to do with a man. Be it a relationship, a marriage, partnership, call it whatever you want to call it. Even in one of those clips, I don't know if you guys could hear her, she said from a very young age, she already know the marriage is a no for her. She talked about how detrimental it is for women to have anything to do with a man. Like literally known, I don't want to call her a man hater. A lot of people are tagging her as, you make content surrounding hating men and now you are popping off with an engagement ring. So basically she is engaged. That is the plot twist that a lot of people are having. And as you can expect it, people are mad. They are mad that she is engaged, because how can you be preaching all of those things for years and you just pop off one day and you're here to tell us that you're engaged? How dare you? How dare you go get engaged when you told us to stay away from men? That's exactly what the internet is saying. I need us to get into what people are saying about this creator, MJ Gray, announcing our engagement.
Yes, I am engaged. Yes, I am the same person who made several videos saying that I never had any plans to get married. I did not want to get married, and I did not agree with the institution of marriage. Get a couple. I am in a good situation. I'm with someone who is fantastic, and I'm in a good situation. Again, I cannot give you all the details of the situation that I'm in. You just have to take my word for it. If you think that I'm a dumb bitch, then you think I'm a dumb bitch and it's probably not a good idea to follow me anymore. If you think I'm full of shit, then you think I'm full of shit and you probably shouldn't follow me anymore. All I've ever done online was share exactly how I feel at that specific point of time, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. Engaging with influencers, content creators, when engaging with social media, you need to utilize discernment. And that has been a pillar of the things that I've said on this channel since its inception.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You open your phone and you get on social media and you follow creators that say not to talk to men, not to sleep with men, and not to marry men. And that is what they promote all day, every day. That is the basis of their page. How much they dislike men and why women should not interact with men. A couple years go by and that same creator gets online and announces their marriage. And not only do they announce their marriage, they explain to y'all that their man is different from every other man that they've been talking about for the last couple of years. And y'all buy that? So you trying to tell me the person that tells you how horrible men are is getting married? The person that told you not to get married is getting married. The person that told you not to have kids for men is having a child, and you support that? Ladies, this ain't making no sense. Who's doing the math here? How do y'all support some of these creators? They literally get on here and ruin y'all lives and then run off into the fucking sunset and go live theirs with their husband and kids and leave y'all lost in the dust. Y'all still on social media trying to find new creators that's pushing the same narrative, and the thing about it is they all go through the same fucking transition. They hate men, but as soon as they find one that they actually like, all of a sudden their man is different. And y'all bought that. Boy, I tell you, man, you can't make this shit up. But you know what? I know you ain't listening to shit that I'm saying, because I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
So why exactly are we surprised that that girl MJ Gray is engaged? If you listen to any woman talk that says that they don't want to be married, they go on to list the various reasons on why they don't want to be married. And normally those reasons are stuff like, oh, men lie, they cheat, they do this, men are only good for one thing, yada, 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 yada. You know what I hear? It's not safe. And I don't choose to stay or involve myself with things that I see as a danger or a threat. But if I could enter in something where I feel possibly protected, and I don't mean, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be protected in a way of like defend my honor, but protected in the way that you respect me, in a way that you're the same person that you are when you're in my face, then being away from me, I would maybe take that risk and consider doing life with a person. Y'all can choose to continue to blindly buy the misandry that is disguised as independence. But truthfully, if we gonna all be honest, every woman would like to have somebody that they could call their own. And let's not complicate the whole conversation. Oh, people are not to be owned. Da, da, da. I'm not hearing that. If every woman was given the circumstance of having a partner that was truthful to her, honest, and not only was he honest, generous, and actually considerate of her time, and her body, honestly, you would see a lot more women married. We would get a lot further if a lot of people were more honest. But a lot of us continue to have the mindset, well, even if I am honest, who's going to respect that honesty by honoring it in a way, by doing what I say that I need or that I require. But nonetheless, I don't care what nobody talking about. And I don't care how tough, how pretty, how whatever you try to make yourself seem. Every woman loves to feel delicate at some point in time. Every woman likes to feel like the apple of somebody's eye. Every woman wants to know what it feels like to be protected, professed, provided for. But saying that just opens the door to a lot of man haters. And if it doesn't open the door to man haters, it genuinely opens the door to misogyny.
MJ Gray announces her engagement after all these videos and content where she was trying to keep the girl single. She was telling the girls that she didn't believe in marriage. She didn't want to be married. And as much as you would want to be mad at the content creator for saying one thing and doing another, which a lot of content creators do, you really need to be mad at yourself for falling for it, right? A content creator can create whatever type of content, but if you're stupid enough to actually fall for what they be doing, you need to check your discernment. I done always said it. If you watch somebody and you enjoy content from a person who is extremely biased, this person clearly has an agenda, whether it be hating men, hating women. They get on this app every day and push the same post in a different format every single day about not liking the other gender. And you don't find that suspicious? You need to be mad at yourself for being stupid. You need to be mad at yourself for hating men or women so much that you allowed your discernment to go completely out the window and allowed yourself to be manipulated by some dummy on TikTok. Sometimes when people question me about my authenticity, about the lifestyle that I live with being happily single, a lot of times I be wanting to be offended until I remember how many TikTok creators are liars. Right? How many have been caught in doing the very thing that they get on this app every day and say that they don't do? And when I think about that, I don't be offended no more, because I realize that's fair. That's fair that they think I'm lying. That's fair that they think that I'm getting on here and saying one thing and doing another, because most of the people that get on here are. Right? So if they think, y'all don't know me, you ain't never met me before, so it's fair to believe that I could be getting on here lying just like everybody else. Right? But one thing about me, I don't give advice, right? I give my opinion. I tell y'all when you doing stupid stuff, when I don't agree with the stupidity that you participating in. But I don't ever try to push an agenda or try to get anybody on board to live the lifestyle that I'm living. I accepted my fate in being aged out and being able to get the partner that I wanted, and I accepted that. But I ain't trying to recruit. I don't get on here recruiting, telling y'all, come on, I want all the girls to be single with me. I want y'all all to be abstinent. I want you to do, no, I want you to do whatever feel right to you. I want you to do whatever you feel like is going to make you happy in the end. Now, if along the way you do something stupid like get pregnant by a man who don't want you, I'm going to speak on that every single time. Yes, I am. Because I need to take that back. I do give out advice. But the advice I give out is to tell you to stop putting hurdles in your way and making your life more difficult than it got to be. That is the one piece of advice I do give y'all. Because I don't know in what world that's bad advice. All right. If that's bad advice, then I can't give you none good. But that is the only thing that I tell you is stop making hurdles that will make your life more difficult. Life is already difficult enough. Stop putting stuff in the way to make it worse. Stop making dumb decisions. But as far as people telling you to decenter men completely, if you don't want to decenter men, like, I tell you to decenter men in a way where you don't make men your whole world. But if you still want and you want to be in a relationship, you want to be married, then you need to be doing things to obtain that. All right? Don't let nobody on the internet stop you from wanting what you want. If you want to be married and you want to have kids, then get married and have kids. Right? Even if you don't want to do it the way I say that I think you should do it, it's still your life. You still can do whatever you want to. Same way I can come back and say what you did was dumb, you still ultimately got the free will to do whatever you want to. And y'all got to start taking back control of your life. Log out and touch grass. Figure out what it is that you want with your life. Stop letting hurt people get online and try to recruit you into their misery. Right? The only reason why this woman is telling y'all any of this is because she's trying to do damage control before she start showing you all of the engagement and wedding posts. Right? She had to come on and clear the air and let you know, hey, y'all, I know I did say that I didn't believe in none of this, but I do, actually. And I know I kept a lot of y'all single and made you hate men, but I don't actually hate men. I actually like them very much, and I'm actually going to marry one. All right? She just had to do damage control so that when y'all start seeing all them wedding posts coming down your timeline from her, everything can kind of make sense a little bit better. But at the end of the day, it's your life, and you shouldn't allow nobody on the internet or no app to tell you how to live it.
Would you look at that? At no surprise to anyone, another TikTok man-hating, anti-marriage feminist gets married. Wow, how shocking. There are so many performative man-haters on this app. You don't hate men for real. You want to be a wife. You want to be a wife to a very rich man. Like, that's okay. Be honest with yourself. You would think after Wizard Liz, people would stop taking the advice from these people, but people continue to take it. Stop taking advice from TikTok. I'm so serious. All people do is lie. They're going to come on this app and tell you not to date men. They're going to tell you not to get married. All the while, they are actively dating men. All the while, they are pursuing engagement and then married. Stop being a fool. My extremely unwoke and controversial opinion is that people are more inclined to tradition than they like to admit to themselves. More people want a traditional life than they like to admit. And they're going to come online and try to frame it otherwise. But, like, in reality, most people will end up the exact same way everyone has ended up for the past, like, 100-something thousand years. This is how we have people talking about dismantling the patriarchy in one breath and wanting a provider man, masculine, feminine, masculine energy in the next. Like, people are so wishy-washy. No one actually has real beliefs. In a way, I feel like it's more dangerous for you as a woman to be in denial about wanting to get married than it is to, like, pursue marriage. Because when you're, like, deeply in denial about it, you're gonna start deluding yourself into, you're gonna start missing the obvious red flags because you're so much more invested into, like, keeping up an appearance, versus if you're going into this, like, you know you want to get married, you're gonna, like, have a more straightforward vision for what you want in your life, and you're gonna be able to see the red flags more often. I mean, it happened to Wizard Liz.
Engaged to the same person who made several videos saying that I never had any plans to get married. Why would I want to get married? Marriage is work. I don't want it though. Just respect the fact that I don't personally want that. Samantha Jones until I die, bitch. I am not Miranda. Okay? I feel like you shouldn't get married. I really wish women would.
This is what they do. They come online, they pander to chronically online young women. They convince y'all that men just ain't shit. They don't ever want to get married. They don't want to touch a man with a 10-foot pole. And after they made their money, after they built the fan base, after they done brainwashed all y'all chronically online women, they'll come out years later after everything and be like, yeah, I got married. Yeah, I know I spent the last 3 years saying men ain't this. Literally saying that if I would rather die than get married. Yeah, but I'm engaged now. 31.4 million likes promoting young women to not get married, telling young women all men are trash, telling young women that marriage do not benefit you at all whatsoever, not even a little bit. Then they come out and get married. I've said it a million times. Pandering to chronically online women will get you a bag every time.
What do you guys think? As you guys can see, so many people or so many creators sticking to a video are calling out those who are hungry that she is engaged, because these people are like, oh, you're selling pain as content. She has been lying the whole time. She wanted a man so bad. She just couldn't get a man at that point. That was the reason why she was making content hating on men. They were saying stuff like that. You taught us to hate this man, and now you're popping up with an engagement ring. Whenever I come across conversations like this, there's a part of me that do not believe that people just go by what they get on the internet. I used to think to an extent that we know where to draw the line when it comes to the internet. I do not think anybody should be staying away from a man or staying away from a woman because the internet said so. I used to think it was just like the internet doing what internet does. I do not think people are legit going to be reacting, to be taking it firsthand the way people present information on the internet. There's a saying that opinion is the lowest form of knowledge. You can do a deeper work even within yourself. You shouldn't be taking all these things firsthand the way they say it to you. There are people on the other hand saying that people are allowed to change. Change is something that is very constant. She changed her mind, and why you all acting as if people are not allowed to evolve or people can't evolve? And at the end of the day, I would just say that I get both sides of the conversation. I really do. I get both sides of the conversation. Even at this point, it's kind of a little bit funny to me, because at the end of the day, this conversation is bigger than just one woman. It is about when people turn personal opinion to a profitable brand. I feel like that is the issue that people should be addressing, and not the facts that this woman is engaged. There is a difference between saying, you know what, marriage isn't something that is for me right now, and building an entire platform of saying that marriage is inherently bad and that women who want it are foolish. Because once you move from personal preference to ideology, people will start trusting your words like doctrine. What I'm getting from this is that maybe some women actually did listen to her and be like, you know what? She's right. But when she changed publicly, they are not feeling like, she changed her mind. They are feeling like you sold a lie to us. You built a profitable brand off of this ideology, and you want us to come here and say congratulations to you. I love the creator that talked about how your own discernment is your problem because you don't have one. That's the reason why you have to take first stand what people are saying and go for it. Let me hear what you guys think about this creator, and what do you think in general about someone who makes content hating on men, saying marriage is this and that, I will never be this and that, popping off with an engagement ring. Let me hear what you think in the comment section. I will see you in the next one.